Welcome to our channel, where we update the most thrilling, dramatic and surprising details of the movie Beyond the Gates. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any shocking developments of this stormy movie. And now, let's explore with us one of the most explosive moments when all the conflicts, hatred and pain that have been pent up for so long finally explode in the most violent way. After a long series of stressful days, the cracks in the seemingly stable marriage between Bill and Hayley are increasingly evident. There are no more happy days, no more sharing. All that remains are endless arguments, cold looks, and hurtful words. Bill was so tired, he tried to hold on, he was patient, he hoped that everything could be saved, but the more he tried, the more he realized that he was gradually sinking deeper into a dead end with no way out. The lies, the control, the doubts from Hayley were like knives cutting into his self-esteem and trust. And then, finally, when his tolerance reached its limit, Bill was forced to make a cruel decision that he never thought would happen in his life. Which was to end it all, to let go. To put an end to a marriage that was once built on love but was eroded by wounds that never healed. The moment he signed the divorce papers, Bill felt like he had lifted a 1,000-pound burden from his shoulders, but deep in his eyes, there was still bitterness and disappointment. He was neither happy nor relieved. What remained was only emptiness, beautiful memories torn apart by harsh reality. But more than ever, Bill understood that he needed to free himself. Needed to leave this spiral of suffering before losing everything. And in the most uncertain moment, the only person he wanted to find was Dani. The woman who had always silently observed him from afar, always giving him the understanding and sympathy that he had longed for. Dani was not the cause of the breakup, but with Dani, Bill found gentleness, sincerity and rare comfort in the midst of stormy days. That's why, after completing the divorce proceedings, without thinking too long, Bill went to find Dani. He didn't expect anything far-fetched, he simply wanted to share, wanted to breathe a sigh of relief after all the long-lasting pain. However, his action became the trigger for a rage that had been suppressed for too long in Hayley's mind. Hayley accidentally caught sight of Bill entering Dani's house right after leaving the courthouse. Her heart felt like it was being squeezed by an extreme pain. Before she could recover from the shock of divorce, she had to witness the man who had sworn to be with her forever rushing into the arms of another. In Hayley's eyes, it was not only a betrayal, but also an insult. A blow to her already severely damaged pride. So much resentment, so much hatred and jealousy burned fiercely inside her, burning away all remaining reason. She could not control herself. Anger flared up like a fire that burned all reason, urging her to rush straight to Dani's house with the sole purpose of venting her anger. Hayley's every step was filled with resentment. In her mind only echoed the image of Bill and Dani, like an indelible nightmare. She no longer cared about the consequences, no longer thought about her own image. All she wanted was to make Dani pay dearly for appearing at the right time and place. As the door opened, without a second's hesitation, Hayley rushed in like a furious whirlwind. The rage that erupted after days of repression had turned her into a real beast. The blows and violent actions poured down on Dani, as if all the hatred, jealousy, and humiliation were released in that moment. Dani was completely surprised by Hayley's fierce attack. Before she could understand what was happening, she had to endure an extremely terrifying rage. Every blow, every action of Hayley was filled with pain, humiliation, and trampled self-esteem. She not only attacked Dani physically, but also seemed to unleash all the torment and mental trauma that she had suffered all this time. In Hayley's eyes at this moment, Dani was the cause, the one who stole her happiness. The one who pushed her marriage to the brink of collapse, even though the reality might not be entirely like that. But when people fall into a state of losing control, their reason is clouded by extreme emotions, then all the truth becomes meaningless. The sound of broken furniture, chaotic footsteps, and rapid breathing echoed throughout the small room, creating a scene of suffocating chaos. Bill, standing behind, watched everything in silence, shock, fear, and helplessness engulfing him. He never thought things would spiral out of control like this, never imagined the moment when the woman he loved the most would turn into such a violent and resentful hurricane. Dani tried to defend herself, but she was completely overwhelmed by Hayley's crazy attack. Every action happened too quickly, not giving her a chance to resist or explain. The rapid blows and screams in Hayley's mind were not only aimed at Dani but also seemed to punish herself, as if to pour out all the despair, hurt, and bitter failure of a woman who had lost everything. The air in the room was filled with hatred, broken glass, and knocked over objects, making the scene even more haunting. Every second and minute that passed seemed to drag on endlessly, until all that remained was a terrifying silence. The room was in ruins. Dani sat on the floor with her body full of wounds. Bill stood motionless with a confused look, and Hayley was breathing heavily. Her eyes were blank, her face pale but still not free from rage. Her heart felt like it was being squeezed by a series of mixed chaotic emotions: anger, pain, regret, resentment, and despair. Everything after that storm of anger had completely changed. There was no way back. That attack not only caused physical damage but also deeply scarred the three of them mentally. Its consequences would haunt them for a long time, leading to many unpredictable consequences. The secret war between Hayley and Dani will not stop here. The conflicts and accumulated resentments will continue to escalate, pushing everyone into a more dangerous spiral of hatred than ever. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel to update more dramatic, thrilling and unforgettable episodes of Beyond the Gates. Thank you for watching.